Joshua happening in December? Anything, any prediction on how it will go? Yeah, if it's not handicapped, Anthony Joshua will knock him out.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I respect them both. It's not a fight I even thought of. I mean, it's nothing to do with me to start with. I mean, it come out of the blue, but it's intriguing. And I think from Jake's perspective, I think, he's had a lot of criticism about, he is a pro boxer now. The way you want to look at it, he trains as a pro, but, and he's fighting as a pro.
The rules, 10-ounce gloves. So they're the little ones that I knock people out with. And when AJ's got them on, trust me, you can feel them knuckles through the gloves. Big heavyweight with the same size gloves as what I had on. So it's not 14 or 16 ounces what you spot.
Shannon Sharpe recently confronted Jake Paul live on air over the idea of him fighting Anthony Joshua, and the moment instantly felt like one of those explosive exchanges that will be replayed for years. Jake Paul has carved an unusual yet undeniably successful path, from YouTuber to headlining major boxing events, and the possibility of him facing Anthony Joshua has already created massive buzz. Fans are split between calling it genius promotion or a complete circus. With Netflix involved, ticket sales surging, and constant speculation, the atmosphere around this matchup is already volatile. Then enters Shannon Sharpe. A Hall of Famer and a respected voice in sports media, Shannon didn't reach his level by staying quiet. He has strong opinions and never hesitates to defend what he considers the integrity of sports. So when he sensed disrespect toward the tradition and seriousness of boxing, he didn't whisper, he raised his voice. That is the emotional engine behind this entire confrontation.
Joshua won the gold medal. Didn't he win the gold medal for the super heavyweights in the Olympics?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know Anthony Joshua's history, but I'm thinking about ring experience. That's pretty much it. And I commend Jake Paul for what he's done. I commend him for the work he's put in and how serious he's taken the sport. From going from a YouTuber and actually taking it seriously and dedicating his life to boxing and entertaining, in his own lane and creating a lane for himself in the sport. So you can't handicap a fight like this too, It's not.
He won the gold medal in the 2012 Olympics in London.
Yeah.
And the super heavyweight, same one Klitschko, the same one.
How does a moment like this explode live on camera? It starts with Jake Paul being Jake Paul. He trash talks, he markets, he provokes, and he ignites social media instantly. Sometimes he intentionally crosses the line, sometimes unintentionally, but he always keeps himself in the spotlight. He calls out legends, boasts about wins, and positions himself as boxing's biggest modern name. His fans see this as earned confidence, purists see it as arrogance. Then Shannon Sharpe stands up, and the room falls silent. His reaction wasn't random, it had layers. The first is defending the sport. Boxing isn't just content, it's legacy, pain, and sacrifice. Fighters like Anthony Joshua have given years of their life to build their name. When someone from the influencer world jumps straight to the main event stage, many feel it diminishes the craft. Shannon, who often sounds like a guardian of the sports he loves, carried that protective tone. The second layer was accountability. Shannon doesn't let reckless talk slide. If Jake has said things that come across as disrespectful toward fighters or the dangers of the sport, Shannon calls it out, and he did, loudly. His raised voice, sharp cadence, and direct questions created a moment that viewers instantly clipped and replayed. It felt raw, honest, emotional. The aftermath was predictable, social media exploded. Some praised Shannon for defending boxing's traditions, others called him outdated. Jake's supporters argued that he brings new eyes, money, and energy into the sport. That tension, old school respect versus modern entertainment, is exactly where boxing sits in 2025. Meanwhile, rumors had circulated for days before confirmation finally came. Jake Paul would indeed face former two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua in Miami on December 19th. The announcement sent shockwaves through the sport. Logan Paul, while podcasting near UFC legend Daniel Cormier, broke the news to DC in real time, triggering a hilarious yet stunned reaction. Cormier acknowledged that Jake Paul is no longer a novelty, he's been boxing professionally for 5 years with top-level coaching and legitimate improvements. But even he found the matchup against Joshua absurdly dangerous. Joshua, coming off a knockout loss to Daniel Dubois in 2024, insists he's returning with full force. He confidently promised to break the internet by destroying Jake Paul. Then came Tyson Fury's shocking take. Fury claimed Jake Paul would knock Joshua out, saying Joshua is a spent force and praising Jake's new heavyweight physique. The fight will be an 8-round heavyweight bout with standard 10-ounce gloves. Joshua must weigh no more than 245 pounds, adding even more intrigue. Despite speculation about his future, Joshua is still linked to a major clash with Tyson Fury. Yet Jake Paul now stands in his way, all because of an unprecedented Netflix spectacle that blends sports and viral entertainment like never before. Promoter conversations, abandoned matchups, Tommy Fury's rejection, and Gervonta Davis's controversy all played roles in steering Jake Paul toward AJ. Even Carl Froch jumped in, harshly criticizing Joshua's legacy and questioning whether he has anything left at elite level after losses to Ruiz, Usyk, and Dubois. This avalanche of commentary turned a single confrontation into a global debate about legacy, entertainment, and the future of boxing.
Is AJ cashing out? Well, I did say a year ago when he got splattered by Daniel Dubois that he's finished now. He won't get that confidence back. He's not had any confidence, in his head. No belief for a long time. And I don't think he can get back to world level. There's a couple of new young guns now coming up and coming through. It's like a changing of the guard. And when Usyk retires, I don't know what Daniel Dubois is going to do next, but what Daniel Dubois did to him, then he went on and lost to Usyk. But there's a few new heavyweights coming through, Moses Atalma, just to mention one. And you wouldn't start putting AJ in with any of these young up-and-comers that can punch hard, because I just don't think he's got the chance, because the ambition and the desire is going to be gone. So AJ most definitely is cashing out, and you can't fault him. Fair play to him. He's going to get a massive payday, maximise his exit route.
Carl Froch continued his assessment by saying Joshua's true legacy lies not in his resume, but in what he did for the sport socially, bringing boxing back to mainstream attention and drawing massive crowds. Many attended Joshua's fights not because they were boxing enthusiasts, but because they wanted to witness a grand spectacle. Froch acknowledged this was good for the sport but insisted it didn't qualify as a Hall of Fame career. According to Froch, genuine Hall of Famers build their name by defending world titles against elite competition repeatedly, something he believes Joshua never consistently did. Froch also claimed the Jake Paul fight harms Joshua's legacy, casting him deeper into what he calls the clown world of modern boxing, driven by money, headlines, and spectacle more than sporting achievement. Still, Froch gave Jake Paul credit for taking such a dangerous fight, though he fully expects Joshua to knock him out. David Benavidez also praised Jake for stepping up, but said Joshua is still Joshua, a former multi-time champion and Olympic gold medalist with overwhelming physical advantages. Lawrence Oakley, who has sparred with both fighters, even offered to train Jake Paul in Puerto Rico. While he doesn't believe Paul will win, he thinks the American could surprise Joshua with brief moments of success. Oakley emphasized that AJ's size, reach, and experience make him nearly unbeatable for someone with Jake's limited background, but added that in boxing, strange things have happened before. He doubts Joshua will end the fight in 30 seconds, predicting AJ might treat the bout more like controlled sparring unless Jake lands something clean early. That, Oakley said, is when things would truly get interesting. Oakley also shared a humorous memory about once refusing to fight Joshua out of respect and because his mother wouldn't allow it. Now, he jokes she'd approve. Then came Johnny Nelson, claiming Joshua is in a no-win situation. If he knocks Jake out, people will say it was expected. If Jake lasts, Joshua's reputation takes a hit. The $50 million offer, Nelson believes, is the primary reason AJ accepted. Nelson stressed that with a 245 pounds weight cap and 10-ounce gloves, this is a real fight, not an exhibition. Joshua's knockout loss to Dubois still lingers, and Nelson questions whether Joshua can ever regain his championship form. He argued that Joshua might now be transitioning into a prizefighter more than a true competitor. Frank Warren echoed similar fears, calling the fight a car crash waiting to happen, though he admitted millions will still watch. He criticized Joshua for taking what he called the safe money route instead of fighting rising prospect Moses Adama.
Both. It's not a fight I even thought of. It's nothing to do with me to start with. It come out of the blue, but it's intriguing. And I think from Jake's perspective, he's had a lot of criticism about he is a pro boxer now. The way you want to look at it, he trains as a pro, but and he's fighting as a pro. They said it's about time he fought some. I've seen some of the stuff, that's been said. When's he going to fight someone? Well, he's gone from one extreme to the other. You know, that's what he's doing. So if that fight happens, you've got to take your hat off to him.
He got called out by Andre Ward, AJ. Would you rather see Jake fight AJ, which is obviously, as we know, a mismatch, or Andre Ward, who's been retired for, what, 4 years?
I'd much rather see AJ fight Tyson.
Please. I dread to think how many
we
times
don't know
you've
if that's
done
going to
this.
happen because the big man, he's filming, he's not made his mind up what he's going to.
Despite the chaos surrounding the Jake Paul fight, Anthony Joshua is still expected to face Tyson Fury next year in what could be one of the biggest British boxing events in history. Eddie Hearn revealed that talks are nearly finalized, with Saudi Arabia's Turki Al-Sheikh helping broker the deal. Joshua is already scheduled to fight again in February, with Fury targeted for 2026. Frank Warren emphasized that the final decision lies with Tyson Fury himself. If the money is right, he will accept. Ariel Helwani added a nuanced perspective. He rejected claims that the Jake Paul fight destroys Joshua's legacy, reminding fans that even legends like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman participated in unconventional matchups. Prize fighting has always involved spectacle. However, Helwani did express genuine concern for Jake Paul's safety. He referenced Francis Ngannou's knockout and the terrifying moment he lay completely motionless, reminding everyone that injuries and even fatalities are real possibilities in boxing. Meanwhile, Jake Paul remains defiantly confident. On his YouTube channel, he vowed to knock out and embarrass Joshua on December 19th. With Joshua treating the fight as a warm-up for February, many criticize him for taking a low-risk, high-profit matchup. Young heavyweight Moses Itama questioned Jake's team for even allowing him to take the fight. While he respects Jake's contributions to boxing, he believes stepping in with someone of Joshua's size and power is almost reckless. Jake, however, insists this is his moment of truth. This isn't an AI simulation. This is Judgment Day. He says defeating Joshua will erase every doubt and force boxing to acknowledge him as a legitimate title contender.